In today's practice station, you will be multiplying decimals by whole numbers. Make sure that everyone's notebook in your whole team has the title at the top of their notebook, Lesson 3, Multiply Decimals by Whole Numbers, and has this equation written in. Until everyone is ready, please pause this video. In order to multiply decimals by whole numbers, you have to follow these 4 steps that I have listed out here. The first step is to ignore the decimal point. So in this equation, 2 6/10 times 4, we have the decimal point in 2 6/10. We're going to pretend that this decimal point isn't even here, and it's 26 times 4. Step 2 is to multiply like normal. So first we start with the ones. 4 times 6 is 24. The 4 goes down, and the 2 goes up above the next place value, and we put a little plus sign in order to remind ourselves that we will be adding in that number. Then we go across. 2 times 4 is 8, plus 2 is 10. We put that in our product. Step 3 says to move the decimal point out of the number. So in 2 6/10, we take this decimal point and we move it over to the right until it's out of the number. The decimal point can only go in between numbers, so it couldn't go right here into the 6. It has to go past it. And once it gets right past here, it's out of the number. We move this decimal point out 1 time. Step 4 tells us to move the decimal point into the product. We have to move the decimal point in the same amount that we moved out. So we move this decimal point out of 2 6/10 1 time. That means that we can only move this decimal point, which is right here now, in 1 time. So again, it goes in between numbers. It can't bump into them. It has to go in between. We're moving it in 1 time. And that's our product, 10 4/10. I would now like you to pause this video until everyone in your entire team has all of these steps written in their notebook. Once everyone has the steps written into their notebook, I would like you and one partner from your team complete the treasure map on page 393 of your book. Make sure that your notebook contains all of your answers and go at the pace that you need to do in order to make sure your answers are correct. Stay focused and on task the entire time. I will be checking your notebooks at the end of today's class.